This is ANN News Brief.
There is renewed violence in Cameroon as the country prepares for a national dialogue called by President Paul Biya. The president wants to talk to separatist leaders to find a solution to the conflict that has claimed at least 2,000 lives in the country's English-speaking regions. Scores of people have been killed in recent days and electricity has been cut, mostly in English-speaking towns, when attackers set fire to power distribution equipment. The military has been deployed to replace teachers who have escaped to safer places once again. The military reports gun battles have intensified in the English-speaking northwestern and southwestern towns. At least 25 persons have been killed in the past 2 weeks. Electricity supply has been interrupted in many northwestern towns after separatist fighters pulled down and burned high-tension cables and electricity equipment. They also destroyed 9 schools and blocked several roads into the English-speaking regions and blew up tankers transporting fuel to English-speaking towns. The military said it had deployed troops to protect civilians and their property. The Kenyan Revenue Authority says African Union's reinsurance firm in Nairobi owes more than $125 million in tax bills, so it has frozen the firm's bank account. This sets up a confrontation between Kenya and the African Union. African Reinsurance Corporation has protested the move. It says it is a violation of immunity granted to it in 1987 by founding members. But Kenyan Revenue Authority has already instructed the firm's bankers and other institutions holding the Continental firm's funds to freeze the account and hand over the monies to the authority. The firm is majority owned by AU's member state. Its other shareholders include the African Development Bank, 4 non-African investors, and more than 100 large insurance companies from across the continent. The freeze has threatened to cause a diplomatic tiff between Kenya and other member states. Stay with us to return after this break.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
Robert Mugabe's cause of death has been revealed. The former president of Zimbabwe is said to have died of advanced cancer. He was removed from chemotherapy, which was said to have become ineffective. President Emmerson Mnangagwa said he had planned to visit Mugabe in the Singapore hospital after the Tokyo International Conference on African Development held in Yokohama, Japan last month. Mnangagwa said this in New York on Saturday while addressing ZANU-PF supporters living in North America. President Emmerson Mnangagwa had assembled a delegation led by Vice President Kembo Mohadi, comprising former President Mugabe's family, the family of the former First Lady, the Marufus, and ZANU-PF officials to facilitate the repatriation of Mugabe's body from Singapore. The former president died in early September. He was 95. That's ANN News Brief. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I am Lucy Ademi.